Mm,
Probably not. I just want to keep going.
actually, I wanted to talk more about the whole internal awareness thing.
All right.
Just like there was a point in the video when I got really into it, and I was just like, yeah, man, it's so good, it's so good, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because you like
Because
it when you're
that's
going there. Because you were going there like, I love it.
yeah, it's fucking here. You can turn around
Oh,
a little bit
sorry.
more.
I'm trying to block the light.
So
So
if you guys have ever been to dudes don't go to spas or anything, but you'll get a similar sensation when you do like a really hard workout and you're just training. You're just like,
but
you
you
know what I'm saying?
feel good like the not adrenaline, but the what's it called? The chemicals.
Oxytocin or something.
Yeah. What? Well, no, I don't know what that is, but yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's basically. It feels a lot like you just worked super, super. Like if you played a football game or you just boxed or just something super
It's
heavy, and
kind of
then
like that high you get after work, getting a really super good workout.
yeah.
And not kind of, it's exactly like that. It's just everything is flowing.
Hmm. And so that's something that you guys will probably know about. It's just amplified way to the max. It feels fucking
It's like when
awesome.
I used to just really hit the weights friggin' hard. Do kickboxing, just 2 hours. You don't feel drained. You just feel, wow, I feel great. It's just like everything is on. You're just, life is awesome.
You don't have to work out 2 hours a day to get that feeling. If you really get good at it, you can do it within minutes,
Right.
and then you can make it more and more powerful. Honestly, dude, the first like I'm telling you, when I'm there, life is good. Whatever I'm going through, life is good.
Give him a contrast. What was you like before you met me?
Pretty crappy, man. It's
Pretty
just
crappy or fucking crappy?
fucking crappy.
Yeah, it was,
It's
yeah.
like you want good stuff out of life, but it's the whole you can't see another perspective. You just this is life. Just get through another
You were
day.
stuck as fuck, weren't you?
Yeah, just get through another
He
day.
didn't think I'd ever be able to get rich. I'd never be able to get the girl. I was just like, this is my life. This is my job. It sucks.
Hmm. You're stuck in a rut basically, and when you go to this place, dude, it's like I don't know. I've said it like 100 times. It's awesome, but let me find a better way to say it. It's like a vacation in your body or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That's why I say life is a vacation, literally.
yeah.
I'm not just saying that. It literally is. It's like when when you go on a vacation, your worries back home are gone, at least for that moment. And I've been on a few really long vacations, and you're just like, wow, this is fucking great. You don't even think about, I got my bills, I gotta deal with my boss, I gotta deal with the bullshit, my car's breaking down, I'm behind 2 months on my car insurance, fuck, you know what I'm saying?
All the bullshit is gone. A
Yeah.
trip to the grocery store. Oh, and here's the thing. Now, talking to girls isn't just a chore that like I gotta do this or it
It's
becomes
not like
way more fun.
it's not like a job. Like, okay, okay, what's the right thing to say, and I gotta make sure I pull the chair out. I gotta open the door. See, all that stuff goes out the window. It just becomes this natural interaction.
And instead of it being a work or a second job, it's like you're hanging out with a buddy. You're having a good time.
Because you're on the same page, you're operating from the same side of the brain, and you actually can relate to what they're saying versus what the fuck, that's weird. Oh, solid grounded whole complete. Oh, I just feel so emotionally fulfilled. Remember when you used to hear that shit? Be like, the fuck does
That's
that mean?
like chick stuff, man. We guys don't talk about that stuff, you know.
Well, it turns out that stuff is chick crack, and it makes her fucking horny.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And it makes you like, oh, I love you, and you're like, really? Because I said that? Okay. Just like the article says, it seems for some reason guys don't seem to give a shit, literally, if she's a good storyteller. We don't care if she's a good communicator because our brain isn't wired that way, but women don't know it. And they keep putting all this effort into communication. They're like, why doesn't he fucking melt and get horny and turned on? Because our mating system is not wired to that part of our brain. Women are turned on here through words. Guys are turned on here through her body. The way she swivels and, shows her stuff off.
I recently asked a friend of mine if she could date a blind, a deaf, or a mute guy. She said she will date any dude as long as he can talk. I said, would you date a blind guy? She said, if he can talk, at least we can communicate.
Right.
And that's how far women are willing to go to get some communication out of you. They'll date a blind guy.
Right. Yeah, and here's the fucking thing. You can be blind and learn these patterns, and all of a sudden women will just, because it's like the nectar of the gods. It's just honey from the heavens. They're just like, oh. Guys, the thing about it is because you're like, why do they like it? Because their mating system's wired that way. They can't resist it. It's like, All right, I like to compare it to the firewall of a computer. It's like you got your security passcodes, but they always say there's like a way in the back, like there's computer people can find like through the firewall. This is that secret entrance through the back, the back door, so to speak, of the computer. This is exactly the code that you're looking for. That's why I call it crack the female code, because it's a fucking code. And when guys get it, they're like, holy fuck, there's a back door. It's like, I told you, dude. Dude, we're changing people's lives in such a way. And the funny thing about us is this is what women want from guys in the first place. And when I talk to women and do meetings with women, they're like, you mean guys don't know this? I'm like, no, they're like, why? I'm like, because they weren't wired that way.
You guys might ask, why don't the women just tell you? They're
They
telling
do.
you.
They tell you all the time. They hint around. Some women just get mad, like, dude, say it like this.
But
guys don't get it. They're like, say what? Like what? What are you talking about? Because their language it's a vague and abstract language, and the male brain's very specific and detailed. So your male brain can't even. It's like your radar system can't pick up on this. Does that make sense?
yeah, it'll just the whole like blind example should let you guys know that.
Oh yeah.
If you think that women are looking for looks, they'll date a blind guy, as long as you can talk.
So, well, how many times have you seen this beautiful, feminine woman or young lady dating this big, greasy guy with a belly, and then he's a fucking pig. Guys thinks it's about looks, but I can think of a guy right now. The dude was 5'4", dating this beautiful, perfect-bodied Latina, and she was adorable and sweet and feminine. And I was like, this dude's 5'4", and she was like 5'7", and you're just like, well, what's the deal here?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, were you gonna say something?
No, actually, no. No, I can't really think of anything right now.
So I think that's it for today. This is the adventures of Mike and Abenev. Get your butt in here if you really want to learn how to understand women, to save your marriage, meet the girl of your dream, romance women in the female way, not the male way. You learn how to do that, her heart is going to melt, and her body is literally, I mean this respectfully, is going to be turned on in the way that she likes and understands. A lot of guys are like, oh, do they understand? Trust me, they know exactly what you're doing, and they like it. And when they find a guy like this, that's the guy they're going to hold on to. Talk about that. Go ahead, what were you going to say?
You have to have zero cash. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to pay for dates.
You got to pay me, though.
I had one. Pay him.
Yeah, one guy goes, I thought you said it was for free. You don't have to, how do they advertise it? Like, once you learn this, you know, it's like you don't have to pay for dinners or this or that. You know, so when he said zero cash, like, you got to pay me, okay? But you won't have to take her out to dinners. In fact, what will women do?
They'll pay for you.
They'll pay for you. Think I'm fucking kidding? I am not joking. You do this. It's literally, I like to use this example. It's like an exchange at the grocery store. You get your shopping cart or your basket, and you go around, you put in a 12-pack of beer, you put in some Pepto-Bismol, a couple steaks, some charcoal, some briquettes or whatever, you know, you put in some ice cream, you know, and then you pull it up and you load it up on the conveyor belt at the cashier. Mm-hmm. He rings it up. So you're basically saying, this is what I want. And they're like, hey, that's fine. This is what I want. This gives you, what's the word? I want to end it with this. It gives you value that she wants. It gives you relationship currency. It gives you sexual currency in the female world. You give her this, she'll give you what you want. And now both parties are happy. That is what this course is about.
You won't have to beg, plead, spend money.
You get to keep your self-respect is really what he's saying. You won't have to submit. You won't have to surrender. You won't have to put up with any bullshit. You'll be able to be this guy. Because the reason why she's is because she's not getting what she wants.
No.
If you buying her flowers, buying her $2 million diamond rings, buying her a $10 million home, and she's not getting what she wants.
A buddy of mine
told me
the other day.
But don't you find it funny that men, like, they keep banging their head against the fucking wall? If you're banging your head against the wall and she's still bitching and complaining and she's not happy and you're not getting sex as often as you like, you're not giving her what she truly... I just bought her a brand new Porsche with gold trim fucking all over the car. And it's like, well... sorry. So it's like, well, if that worked, then she would be having sex with you all the time. She'd be cooking for you. She'd be hugging you. She wouldn't be going, "Ning, ning, ning, ning." If she's doing the, "ning, ning, 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 ning," why is she doing that?
She's not getting what she wants.
And she's stuck here. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
But if you learn how to open up, it helps her to melt and open up. And now she talks more of in a resonant voice instead of that voice that makes you go fucking crazy.
You just said it right now. Like, dudes, they keep doing the same thing over and over, banging their head against the wall.
Right.
That's because they're closed in the left side of their brain. If they will just open up, then they'll be automatically giving her what she wants.
Right. And don't women say that all the time? It's about open up to guys.
Mm-hmm.
They say this to us all the time, but we're hearing it through our logical brain and we're not getting it. And a lot of times, like, a lot of times we're just like, I have no idea what she's saying. She just kind of put up a wall, like, whatever, she's saying words I don't understand. And because we say, oh, that's just the airy-fairy bullshit words that women use. Like, man, I'm going to get my fish tank in here. What the fuck is that? Here, scoot over, dude. All right, so it's like they say these words and we think they're bullshit words. Before you met me, didn't you think in high school and when women talk, you're like, oh, here's the super fluff talk?
Yep.
It sounds like they're not saying nothing, huh?
It just, to us, it sounds like emotional garbage, like whatever, dude.
It's like she's not saying anything. It's like, oh, it doesn't sound like she's saying big words. Like, it's almost like a competition. Who can say the biggest word? Isn't that what it sounds like?
Yeah, but guys, like,
and it sounds
we don't
fake.
care, dude. We just think it's like Hollywood talk, you know what I'm saying? She's trying to be romantic, but we're just like, whatever, dude.
But there's an actual language. It's literally like learning a different language, like Chinese or Spanish. And once you learn it, like, oh, now when you talk to women, see, that's what you were saying earlier. It's like now you can have fun with her. And I say that's because you can relate to her, because you're speaking her language. So, guys, this isn't just about getting laid. It's not just about sex. Man, this is about everything, mental, emotional, and physical, which, by the way, is a pattern I just threw out there. All right? And women are like, oh, that's what we want. Yes. There's this, she starts here, goes here, and then goes there. When you learn how to do that, I'll think, dude, this is way too easy. Once you see it, you're going to be like, dude, this is so fucking easy.
In the beginning, even when you're not like the perfect master or whatever, you're just getting the hang of it.
Even when you're stumbling and bumbling.
Yeah, you'll see it then.
Not only will you see it, but she'll respond positively, won't she?
Oh, yeah.
She'll even help you. She'll go, oh, you mean blah, 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 and then you say, yeah, and then you just repeat. She's like, they want to help you. And when they get a guy, like Bennett's actually she's steps beyond the stumbling and bumbling, but even when you stumble and bumble, they'll fill in the blanks. They'll be, you mean like blah, 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 yeah, because it's, trust me, this is what she wants from you.
They will be on your side.
They will be on your side. That's a good way of saying it. I'm glad you said that. Man, dude, we're really putting it out there now. That's the thing is men and women, it's like battle position. We're trying to beat each other down and they're trying to win this battle of love or battle of the heart or whatever, love is a battle. It doesn't have to be. Get her on your side by being on her side, by being on the same team.
Here's what that just told me something. It's like a battle to stay together. Yes. You know what I'm saying? You have to fight to stay together instead of just chilling.
Because you're driving each other fucking nuts. You're doing the male, and she's going, fuck, I got a headache. And now she's stuck with her going, and you're going crazy, and you're going, God damn it, you drive me crazy, shut the... And men will literally go, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it turns out you were the one that was doing it to her because you're up here, and it's people that are open. It's like you're grabbing their doors and you're slamming them shut. Because you're doing the control thing and you don't realize you're doing it. Go ahead.